Hi scholars, so today we're completing Module 5, Lesson 6. So as always, let's start with our learning intention. Thoughtful mathematicians build fractions from unit fractions. Let's review our vocabulary. So a fraction is a part of a whole, and they are split into equal parts. As you see with these different diagrams, all showing or different models all showing a fraction. The denominator is the bottom number in a fraction, and it represents how many equal parts are in the whole. The numerator is the top number in a fraction, and it represents how many equal parts are described in that specific fraction. For example, 1/3 is 1 out of 3 total pieces, and all 3 pieces make up a whole, so only having one of them is less than a whole. A fraction is never greater than a whole, because it is always parts of a whole. Unit fraction is any fraction that has 1 as its numerator, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today, using unit fractions to build fractions. And like I mentioned before, all fractions are made up of equal parts. If they're not equal parts, then you do not have a fraction, you just have parts, like when we add and subtract and we look to find the parts. So that is not a fraction if the parts are not equal. Complete the number sentence, partition each strip equally, write the unit fraction inside each unit, and shade the answer. So there's a few steps there, and we're going to do each one by one. So first, complete the number sentence. Well, 2/3, I want to write this. Right now it's in word form. I want to write it in fraction form, or this is in unit form. So 2/3, it would be written as 2/3, 2, the numerator, thirds, the denominator. Now it says partition each strip equally, so I want to make thirds, right? So I want to, partition means break apart or divide, right? I want to make as even as I possibly can. It won't be perfect, right? Because I can't measure it, but I want to make it as close to equal parts as I can, right? So that looks pretty equal. So I have thirds now, 1, 2, 3. Then it says write the unit fraction inside each unit and shade the answer. So I'm going to actually shade it first, because once I shade, it's going to cover what I write. So let me go ahead and shade in a different color. So I have 2/3, so right now I'm shading in 1/3 and 2/3. So I'm going to stop here. I have 2/3, 1, 2 out of 3, and now I'm going to write in each unit. So this would be 1/3, and this is another 1/3. So these are both unit fractions that together make 2/3. So let's try this one together. 5/7. How would I write that in fraction form? So I would write 5/7. 5, the numerator, 7ths, the denominator. So now we want to split this into 7 equal pieces. So go ahead and draw a rectangle and then split it into 7 equal pieces. So while you're drawing, I'm going to go ahead and split mine. You can copy if you're not sure how to split it. So when I have an uneven number, I like to go to the middle and then go over just a little bit, because I can't split it straight in the middle because it's odd, right? So I'm going to have 3 on this side and 4 on this side. This looks a little bit bigger. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, it's not going to be perfect, but as close to equal parts as you can make. So now, how much are we going to shade here in our 5/7? And if you're still not done drawing, please pause the video now so that you can catch up. If you're ready, continue watching. So how much are we going to shade in? We're going to shade in 5, because there's 5/7. So 1, 2, 3, and go ahead and shade yours as well on your paper or your whiteboard, wherever you're writing. 4, 5, 6. Oops, sorry, no, I said 5. What am I doing? 5. So now we have to write in the unit fraction. So each unit would be what? 1/7. So 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7 plus 1/7. Oops, not 1/17. equals 5/7. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 5. 5/7. So go ahead and try this last one on your own. You can pause the video now and then press play when you're ready to check your work. Again, pause now, solve this one, then press play when you're ready. All right, welcome back. So you should have filled in 3/5 as a fraction, which is 3/5. 3 the numerator, 5 the denominator. So this means we have 3 shaded parts out of 5 equal parts. So I'm going to go ahead and split this into 5 parts, and I have to start from the middle and then move over just a bit. So I'll have 2 on this side and 3 on this side. And I'm going to go ahead and shade in 3 only. 1, 2, and 3. And then I want to write the unit fractions for each. 1/3, 1/3, oops, 1/5. Sorry, I don't know why I said third, probably because it's 3/5. 1/5, 1/5, 1/5 gives me 3/5 because 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 is 3/5. And I can show you what I mean by that. If I were to add 1/5 plus 1/5, that would give me 3. I add the numerators and I keep the denominator the same because we didn't change the parts. We just shaded in 3 of those parts. So that's what I mean by 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 equals 3/5. And I'm sorry if I said third, I apologize. I keep saying thirds because I'm seeing 3 and 3/5. So 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 equals 3/5. Right, so you'll have a similar problem, well actually the same exact problem, just different numbers, where you're going to have to write the fraction and shade in the parts, and make sure you partition them into equal parts, as equal as you possibly can. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me on Schoology or Hangouts. Bye guys.